As I said, I don't need 7 minutes, actually. Strength is a bullshit thing. It's easy to persuade you of this. The fact that gyms exist is proof of this. We have to build these weird rooms with bizarre machines just to have a place where strength is relevant. Outside of those rooms, strength is completely irrelevant to modern life. Being tall is sometimes helpful, but strength, not so much. If you're lucky, strength won't do much for you. The last time I remember needing strength or feeling like I needed strength was when I was 12 years old. I went to a school without strong social divides. Everyone got along well with each other. But on TV shows and in teen movies, the schools were always divided into cliques and dominated by vicious bullies. And that was glamorous. And there's always that scene where they go through the cafeteria and explain to the new kid the significance of each table. Those are the nerds, and those are the jocks, and those are the Asian nerds, and those are the Asian jocks. And they do some form of that in Clueless and Mean Girls and in 10 Things I Hate About You, and I wanted that. So you can imagine how excited I was when we got a new kid in 7th grade who came from a school that worked this way. He was a giant, monstrous, terrifying-looking, weirdly tall, muscular 12-year-old. A real bully. And this was exciting. And even more exciting, he had his sights set on me. And this was the dawn of Instant Messenger, and Instant Messenger was his preferred medium for calling me a faggot. How did he have my screen name? I don't remember, but I guess I must have given it to him. Like, hey faggot, can I get your fucking faggy screen name? And I was like, yeah. And we talked every night. And despite the apparent misfortune of being called a faggot several hundred times each evening, I was still enjoying the drama. A real bully, a real hate crime, and it was all about me. It was like a movie, just too good to be true. But when the bullying reached a boiling point and he started discussing beating me up at school, I realized that this movie I was living in was ready for a new scene. Dad, I said, I need you to teach me how to throw a punch. Now it was time for my training montage. My dad took me down to the basement where we actually had a punching bag, which is an indication of why he didn't just tell me not to have this fight. I think he was very ready for this exact father-son bonding moment. And I still remember the advice he gave me, even though it has not come up very often in my life. Don't wrap your thumb in your fist because you'll break your thumb. And also, don't just punch with your arm. You have to throw your whole body weight into it. And after practicing a bit, I went to bed, repeating this information in my head over and over and over again. And the next day at school, I was ready to fight, and I was excited for it. Too excited for it. I'd gotten myself all pumped up. If he fucks with me, I'm gonna fucking fuck him up, and I know exactly where to put my thumb so I don't break it on his ugly fucking face. And I saw him after lunch, and he saw me, and he looked pretty normal, like he didn't want to kill me. But he was looking at me, but maybe only because I was sort of standing off to the side and staring at him. And then he came over, and he stood near me, and he was absurdly tall, and maybe with a hint of a beard on his face. And he said, listen, Matt, I just wanted to... I punched him in his mouth, and he was bleeding from his lip. And we just stood there staring at each other, completely surprised by this turn of events, and just sort of waiting for the authorities to come deal with us. We both got detention, him for provoking me, and me for punching him. And I appreciated the even-handedness of the justice system. When I think of strength, I think of that day. Not because of my own show of strength. Instead, I have come to appreciate the strength that he displayed in not killing me. Strength in the civilization we have built is a matter of restraint. I think he didn't kill me because deep down, he wasn't so horrible. With the years, he softened. He even became friendly. But at the same time, he kept getting bigger. By the time we graduated, he was an insane height, disturbingly big, which made the fact that I had once defeated him in battle all the more fascinating for anyone who cared to remember. Strength is a bullshit thing, and the less of it that you need, the better your life is going. I no longer dream of confrontation. I no longer long to play out some drama of battle. I would rather, for the time being, let my muscles atrophy, leave strength to strong female leads in network TV dramas like The Good Wife and Gilmore Girls. Leave strength to bullies, pay straight men to move my furniture for me. If I ever feel a lack for strength, I can always start going to the gym, but I don't see that happening anytime soon. Thank you.